What kind of material is used in 3D printing? Did you answer plastic? Plastic is one common material used, but there are others. Additive manufacturing is another name for 3D printing, where instead of removing material to create the shape, like a mill, a lathe, etc., material is added and built up to create the geometry. At Woodward, we work primarily in laser powder bed fusion. Today, we will look at one of our EOS M290 machines. From the beginning, a part must be designed for the additive manufacturing process, which is often reviewed by a team of engineers and uploaded onto the machine. This machine works by building material up layer by layer, starting from a steel base plate. When bolted in place, the plate must be level to ensure the first layers are secure and the process remains stable. Material can then be added to the machine. This is very fine metal powder, almost the size of dust, and something we are careful not to inhale or allow to get on our skin, hence the gloves, jacket, and full respirator. The powder is packed in place and leveled with the build plate to prepare the crucial first layers. From there, the machine's recoater arm takes over, sweeping the powder from the dispenser well and onto the build platform. The machine can then begin fusing that powder. A laser mounted above the build plate fires down and melts the powder like a weld, moving at speeds near 1 meter per second. It may look like the laser is scanning across, in bands, but it's just scanning back and forth that fast. Once the laser has sintered the parts on that layer, the plate moves down a tiny amount so that powder can be moved onto the build platform. This process repeats over and over, building the parts up layer by layer. For this machine, each layer is 40 microns thick, smaller than the width of an average human hair. This footage shows the process in time-lapse, sped up to see the part form over time. The actual process isn't usually that fast. Once complete, the plate of parts will need to be removed from the machine. The adjacent powder, which wasn't used to build the parts, needs to be cleaned out, but can be reused for future builds. Most of this work takes place inside the machine using scoops and a specialized vacuum. However, in order to ensure all the powder is fully removed before parts move on to the next operation, parts can be placed in an enclosed cabinet, tumbled, and blown out using pressurized air. Because the parts are fully fused to the steel build plate, they cannot just be removed by hand. The hardware needs to be cut off either by a large bandsaw or, more often, a wire EDM. Once this operation is complete, the parts can move on to their final operations for machining, heat treatment, or assembly, all depending on what the specific part and design requires. After watching this video, reflect on your answer to the question at the beginning. What kind of material is used in 3D printing? You've just witnessed a process using very fine metal powder to create metal parts that can withstand rigorous conditions such as temperature and altitude, the same as machined or casted products.